So here's a pretty crazy release from Zodiac. This is the Super SeaWolf Skin Diver, the model 691. It is a 20 Atmos or 200 meter dive watch. A smaller case size, you can clearly see that. This is like 36 millimeter, and it's a manual wind. So that's interesting. Big thanks to Exquisite Timepieces, my guy Tyler there. Kind of threw this one in last second. We were talking and getting ready to send this, the next batch off, and he's like, wait, Zodiac just released this. Have you seen it? No. Send it. Cool. Now I have it. And now we have a video of it. And you can watch it. So you can decide if you want to buy one or not. So, link in the description, direct contact information to get a hold of Tyler, as well as, actually this isn't even on their website yet. So I'll just put Zodiac. They're one of the 60 or more brands that they're authorized dealers for. So honestly, even if you're not looking for this watch, you can pretty much go to Exquisite Timepieces and get lost just looking at all the different brands. A bunch of them you've probably never even heard of. Click on that, look. You'll get a little bit of a surprise with some of them. You'll be like, how much is that? It'll be like hundreds of thousands of dollars, some of their watches. And you're like, wow, that's insane. And then they'll, on the same website, you can go to the Seiko and you can probably get like a Seiko 5 for like $300. So it's pretty wild that they have $300 to $300,000 watches. Like, it's just bonkers. But that's the way watch collecting goes, and Exquisite is a powerhouse. They have all of them. So pretty intense. Let's get into, I just noticed, is that just the play of the crystal, or did they actually bend the end of the seconds hand to contour around? Is that an optical illusion? I don't know. So anyway, the case on this, 36 millimeter. The bezel overhangs a little bit, so it's 37 millimeter. The lug to lug, a nice short 44. The thickness, 13 millimeter. Double dome sapphire crystal up top. 18 millimeter lug opening. You have quick release spring bars. That's kind of handy because this thing would look good. Swap this out for a really nice patinaed brown leather strap. I don't know, I'm just spitballing. I think that would look really good. And it does taper down to 14 millimeter. You have faux rivets. And then half links and all that good stuff. Because you have a butterfly clasp, but Zodiac has that little trick up their sleeve with that spring mechanism in the butterfly clasp on both sides. That just adds a level of comfort that you can't typically achieve with a butterfly clasp. It is, like I said, 200 meter water resist. It's not a limited edition or anything. It seems like it would be, but it's not. The movement inside this is actually an in-house movement, technically, because Zodiac is owned by the Fossil Group, and the movement in here is an STP, which is also owned by the Fossil Group. So technically, it's all in-house. The movement is a STP 1-21M, M for manual wind. So you will have to wind this thing, and it does have a screw-down crown. So it's pretty rare that you have a watch that has a screw-down crown and a manual wind only movement. It is not an automatic. So 120 click bezel. Not the best sounding bezel I've handled out there, but it gets the job done if you want to time some things with that bezel. I doubt you're going to be diving with it. You're probably going to time, you know, how long does it take Culver's to get your concrete mixer? I've been on a bit of a concrete mixer, you know, binge lately. I need to break that because I'm supposed to be losing weight. Turns out you can't lose weight if you keep eating custard from concrete, or custard from Culver's. Dang it. Now I want a concrete mixer. Okay. Anyway, back to the watch. If we do a close-up look at this thing, you can see it's very vintage inspired, as it is a vintage watch. Well, they used to make this watch a long time ago. So, you know what? I'll also put a link down below. I don't typically do this, but directly to Zodiac's website, because they have a nice little write-up on the heritage of this thing. But you have gloss black dial, applied markers, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we're on the evens, minus the double elongated chamfered bars at the 12. Applied Zodiac logo, that's pretty trick. I like that. And then, of course, Swiss made, and then we have Lume everywhere. Really nice, legible, Delphine style handset. Skeletonized seconds hand. Questionable whether that tip is angled down or if that's just an optical illusion. I'm going to be fascinated by that. I just, in my mind, I'm going to say it bends down, but it probably doesn't. I don't know. Let's kill the lights and check the lume. Excellent lume on this thing. And I like that they did that whole skeletonized tip of that seconds hand loomed out too. That's attractive. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I got too focused about concrete mixers. I forgot to give you a wrist shot. Lights on. Let's go back. I jumped off topic. There it is on my 7¼ inch wrist. Can I wear a 36, 37 millimeter dive watch? Yes, I could. Just not my personal preference. I know a lot of people do prefer those smaller, more vintage, actual vintage watches or vintage inspired watch, or maybe your wrist size just dictates that you wear smaller watches. Although I see people with small watches wear really big watches too. So like there really are no rules. You can do whatever you want. It's your money. Thanks for watching, guys. And again, thanks to Exquisite Timepieces. I'll see you on the next one.